Did you know that AWS S3 stores trillions of objects and regularly peaks at millions of requests per second? That's right, it's one of the most widely used cloud storage solutions in the world. Hello, and welcome back to the ultimate AWS Hands-On course, where we don't make you cram theory but do hands-on. So far, we have built a Lambda function from scratch and connected it with an API gateway. And it's currently live. Here we have the agenda for this tutorial. First, we will understand what is S3 and what it is used for. Next, we will create a bucket and upload a file to it. Then, we will understand about storage classes. And at last, we will make the uploaded file publicly accessible. Let's get started. So what is S3? S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, and it provides developers with a highly scalable, reliable, and low latency data storage infrastructure at a low cost. It allows you to store and retrieve any amount of data, at any time, from anywhere on the web. S3 is perfect for storing and retrieving files, backup and recovery, and data archiving. In simpler terms, it is a massive storage bucket, where you can store any type, or size of files. You'll get more clarity once we do some hands-on. So here we are, on the AWS dashboard. Search for S3 in the search bar. You can see all of your buckets here. Now let's quickly understand some terminology first. Root level folders are referred to as buckets. Any subfolder in a bucket is referred to as a folder. And files stored in a bucket are referred to as objects. Now, let's create our bucket. While naming a bucket, keep in mind that it should be unique across all of AWS. What it means is that for anyone using S3, bucket names can't be duplicates. For example, if I create a bucket called my S3 bucket, then no one in the world can create a bucket with the same name. Next, we need to select the region where this bucket data would physically be stored. Best practice is to select the region that is physically closest to the end users, to reduce transfer latency. Next comes permissions. This allows us to have control over who can view, access, and use our buckets and objects. Permissions can be both on the bucket and object levels. Here, we have the option to block public access. By default, it is checked, which means that no one can access your bucket data. But, for now, let's make our bucket publicly accessible. We've got an alert. Let's acknowledge this also. Alright. Next thing we have is the bucket versioning. This is a feature that keeps track of all the versions of an object. We will understand more about this in the next video. Let's disable it for now. We can also add encryption. For now, we will keep the default settings. We also have the object lock. We will keep this disabled as well for now. Now, click on Create Bucket. Okay, so we got an error here. It says that a bucket with the name My Bucket already exists. As discussed previously, the bucket name should be unique. Sometimes you will have to try different variations. Let's try My Bucket 1279. Let's see if this works. It worked. Congratulations. Your bucket is ready. This bucket is empty currently, so, let's upload a file. You can upload any type of file here. Now comes the storage classes. Let's understand this. What is a storage class? A storage class is a classification of an object. Each storage class has different attributes or features, such as storage cost, availability, durability, etc. First, we have the S3 standard. This storage is for data that is frequently accessed as it assures quick access. Next is intelligent tiering. This is for data with unknown access usage. This storage class uses machine learning and automatically puts data in the required storage class as per the access frequency. Next is infrequent access or IA storage class. This has two storage classes, one is standard IA, and the other is one zone IA, with the only difference being the number of zones where data is stored. In standard IA, your data is stored in more than 3 zones, and it is available even if one zone fails, which is not the case in one zone IA. This storage is for data that is less frequently accessed. Its cost is lesser than standard but has higher access time. And the last is GLACIER, where the least frequently accessed data is stored. This class has a very minimal cost but also has high access time. Now let's take an example to better understand things. Say, you create a file storage app. Now, for the first 30 days, files can be kept in standard storage, then after that, move to IA, and say after 365 days or 1 year, they can be moved to GLACIER, as the probability that it will be used is very less and hence the access frequency will be very less. That's about storage class. Let's move ahead. Here you can enable encryption for the object. We won't enable this for now. Here are some additional fields. Let's keep the default settings. Finally, click on Upload. Here we go. Our object is uploaded successfully. We can see the file in our bucket. Here you can see all the actions that can be performed on this object. Now click on the object, and here are all the properties of this object, the owner, size and type of file, etc. You also get the object URL. Let's open this. Oops. Access denied. Let's fix this up. In permissions, there is no permission set for public access. We go to the bucket level permissions and add a policy there. Currently, it is empty. Click on Edit and add this policy. You can directly copy-paste this exact same thing. Just change the bucket name to the name of your bucket. Save changes. And now go to the link and refresh it. Here we go. Our object is now publicly accessible. You can share this link with anyone. So there you have it, folks. That's AWS S3 in a nutshell. In this video, we have understood what S3 is. What is it used for? And done hands-on by creating an S3 bucket and uploading files to it. We then made the objects publicly available by changing permissions. We also learned about different storage classes of S3. In the next video, we will talk about some advanced topics like lifecycles, which are very important for moving files between different storage classes automatically, and also learn about versioning, so don't miss out on that. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy cloud computing. Like and subscribe.